Welcome to House of the Princess with me, Princess AV. Now, today we're doing a vlog on Belle Collective. But before I get into that, I need you to stop, look down. I need you to press the like button. And most definitely, I need you to press the subscribe button, okay? You got to help a sister out on the road to 1,000. So I need all of your support. If you really like what I'm saying and you've been listening to a couple of videos, maybe it's time that you hit the notification bell. Boop. And every time I post something, you'll know that I'm coming live or I'm coming on here with some new content. First of all, honey, I will say that I'm sorry. So sorry this is late. But look, I've been having to get my life. Got a lot of things going on. But better late than never. I didn't want to let y'all down. Now, y'all know my brother is 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. So sometimes some ratchet stuff happens and some ratchet stuff happened this week. But I got y'all, okay? And I'm going to try to be on time with the church's money next week, okay? So without further ado, I'm just going to get on into it. Belle Collective, this week's episode starts off with Miss Tambra's parents, and it looked like a repeat of what happened last week. At first, I thought, man, am I watching a rerun? I had like pause it or something and rewind it because I'm like, okay, was this the same thing? Did I miss something? Did a new episode not come on or whatever? But it was a new episode, and they still talk about her having some grandkids, her and her boyfriend that she had for 16 years. And I'm like, you 40 years old, girl, your coochie starting to dry up when you talk about having kids and starting a family. Like, regardless of your eggs being frozen, you ain't going to be able, your womb going to be dry to even push the baby down. You're going to be too old. Okay. And I'm curious about this relationship that you had with 16 years and y'all didn't think to get married. He wasn't good enough to have no baby with. Like, that's very questionable. Us as Black women, we put too much into careers sometimes. I understand career is important, trust me. But when you get to being older, you don't stop and say, maybe I need to find somebody to start a family. Why you didn't start a family with this guy? Why was he not good enough? Why were you not good enough to have a family with him? So that brings a lot of red flags and a lot of questions. Even the parents like him. So, what's up with that? I definitely understand her saying she wanted to wait till marriage to have a baby because that's the right way to do it. But it's not looking good, sis. If you want to be 50 years old trying to push your baby up out your cooch and then trying to run around with it, and then it won't be 20 till you 70. That is a lot of work, honey. Your patience gonna be thin. It's way different than having your kids young. My patience thin having kids young, having kids old. I don't even know if I could think about that, but more power to you, baby. I pray that your husband comes along real soon. Now we move on to Miss Antoinette. This is more like a filler episode to me. Like, this whole episode was like a lot of fluff. You show her into the dentistry. Again, this was something else. I'm like, damn, didn't we just see this on the first episode? She's building a building with the dentistry, and she brings Latrice in to see the vision of what it might be. They just had to have something to talk about. They shaded the party and what happened at the party with Marie and all of that. And then they taught the white girl what real means to talk about it. It was almost like they could have kept that scene. They just wanted something to put her in the episode with. Now we start to get into the meat and potatoes of this episode. And so you preview the situation with Marie. Okay, and you see these children, a 1 month old or 1 year old and 5 month old running around the house, and she's talking to her husband, and she explains how, again, she has 4 children and the oldest one is in college, and she's taking care of his kids. And you see 2 of the baby mamas come and pick up their kids, and that was the silliest mess I've ever seen. And she says that she is supporting the son by taking care of the grandbabies. And then the baby mama comes in there and says that she has him at her house. But yet this woman buying the baby pampers and whatnot. And the other baby mama saying he's not answering the phone for her when she needs something. Marie is an enabler of the highest power. I'm sorry, I understand them her grandbabies, but honey, I'm not taking care of your kids. And my people told me, baby, I didn't get the pleasure of laying down to have them. I'm not going to pay for them either. Okay, you better figure it out. You know, it's one thing to be supportive, but it's another thing to just straight out take care of people and enable people to be lazy. And that's what she's doing. And I can see why her husband's sitting there and not supporting, because he a jellyback man too. Okay. It's no way that all of that shouldn't have been going on in the house in the first place. He needs to stand up as a man, but I guess she must be the breadwinner, so he sits down. First of all, I'm not paying for your college tuition. She got millions of dollars. I'm sure he ain't on financial aid. I'm not buying you nothing. Okay, and I'm kind of running ahead, but we'll get back to that. Then we have the situation where Latrice is on a business date with Melanie, her publicist. Again, this just seemed like some more fluff. And then you see Zaddy call, and he's not happy that they had a business meeting without him because he's an investor. And plus, it's obviously that she can't fart without him coming behind to smell what it smelled like or tell her what she ate. Come on, that he always got to come. So then he had to come to the restaurant to see what they was talking about with the hair care line. She was hoping to get her products together in the beauty supply store, which I am all for it. And I salute any woman that's trying to do her own thing. But I just think that he's just a little bit too much into her business on all fronts. Now it goes back to Letitia and Marie, and Marie's doing this slow crying. I question if her tears are real. I'm going to tell you the truth. The way she cries, it just doesn't appeal to me. Okay. And Marie starts telling Letitia about Jerez, her son, disrespecting her, and she plays the phone where he, was an attack of some sort, but he didn't attack her bodily harm, because she said that her younger son got in the way and told him to stop. But in the meanwhile, he gets mad and punches 3 holes in her wall. Okay. And this is all on the way where he's going to school, and he's going to a school 3 hours away, which she asked him not to go to. And then he took her TV with him. First of all, ain't no damn TV. Okay, that's my TV. I bought it. You ain't bought a damn thing. Okay, ain't no you don't come back. You don't leave with my stuff. Okay, and when you get to talking about busting up holes in my walls, I'm gonna bust a hole in your ass. Period. That I am a firm believer. I brought you in this world. I'm going to take you out. You're not going to come and destroy my house. You're not going to tear up nothing I pay for, whether you're a cat, rat, dog, kid, or man. You're not going to do it. I understand that she's a woman, but I come from women that shoot guns, stab knives, whatever I got to do, because I'm not scared of my children. I worked hard and I done bent over backwards and did all this to put you in this world, and this is what you're going to go. Well, first of all, instead of calling that phone, I would have been calling the police on you for clowning, okay? And then I'm finna beat you and record us. It's gonna be a wang dang doodle in the house. Do you hear me? I can't go. It's almost like you scared of your children, ma'am. I have some questions. And she said, when she gets to fussing at her kids, now she regrets spoiling them. No, it's too late. Why does it take a 20-year-old man that you paying for his college for you to discover, oh, I spoil my kids? You could tell, especially with young boys, you could tell when they spoil when they in grade school. I'm talking about 6, 7 years old. That's when they start popping off. And she said they call her daddy on her. So is he whooping your ass and you grown? I mean, I don't understand. You're not going to call nobody on me in my house with my phone that I'm paying for. And if you do have a problem with me, you going to call my parents on me, I'm going to tell my parents, come get these kids and let them live with you. because you know that whole situation is just out of order. Her parents is out of order for not reinforcing the rules in her house. I don't understand how you got a therapy practice trying to teach other people what to do and how to deal with their feelings and whatever's going on in their families, and your house is a wreck. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. But on to the next. So then we see another little fluff part where Latrice and Zaddy is in the pool, in the back of the pool, and honey, that little girl sitting there talk about how sexy Zaddy is to her, and that's cool. Your husband is supposed to be sexy to you, you know, but he ain't. I mean, he's nice looking in the face, but she get to talking about some. Let me see your muscles, Zaddy. No, where they at, honey? And she in love with that belly of his, honey. You can keep that, okay? Yeah, I guess, baby. But then she act like she gonna drown in 5 feet of water. There was no way she was gonna really learn how to swim in the 2 feet of water anyway. It was just like you just was putting on for the story just to create something to do. So, you know, he said he bought the pool for her to be scared to swimming and scared of drowning. But baby, it's 5 feet of water. You could have sat in the damn water and still floated. It's okay. On to the next. So then we go to Letitia and Tambra. And Tambra introduces Letitia to the councilman, and they get an appointment so that she can buy a building off of Ferris Street. I understand that the whole premise of this story is Ferris Street to put, you know, all the ladies together with Ferris Street. But this is the 3rd episode, and that's mostly all you see from Letitia is something about Ferris Street or trying to figure out how to put Ferris Street on the map. And I just need to see more, okay? It's starting to get boring. She's crying because he's going to give her possibly the permits to buy the building on Ferris Street. It's like, okay, I get it. What else is going on with you, sis? You know, I would like to know. I want to see about this cheating husband, or you wearing him down, and the way you talking to him won't cook him nothing but hot dogs and ramen noodles. That's what I want to see. Okay, let's give me something else. Okay, how you gonna get to Ferris Street? Where your money at? You know, show me something about them banquets you throwing. Something. But I gotta be patient. Okay. Then we go back to Marie, and that's basically the finale of the whole episode. So this really bothered me, just the whole setup of it all. Now, first of all, now y'all say that, you know, her office looked unused, and you think it was a setup office. But I started looking in that house, in the kitchen. It looked extra clean and extra unused. So now I'm thinking, is that really her kitchen? Y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? Now, she mentions how Cedric had been in he had committed infidelity, unfaithful, and how he has his own house. It's because he's not respected. You know, when you have been married to a person once, I'm sure he knows what she's capable of and does not trust her. The way that house is run, I'd probably keep my own place too. That's just a hotbed of mess. And then to boot, she brings this woman, her business partner, Essie, into the house for a family meeting. That woman had no place there. And that woman should have refused to be there. She had a lot of audacity to sit and say, what's half of hers is half of mine. No, ho, y'all in business together. You're not in no marriage together. That make me think, are y'all trying to eat each other cat? Or what's really going on? Because I ain't never seen no shit like that before. And I try not to cuss, but that, you know, that was too much for me, okay? And the fact that she addressed that woman's husband, and she allowed that woman to address her husband. You should never mix the two, ever, okay? And this is why your husband is not acting the right way. This is why he's not trusting you, because it's out of order. And he's a jellyback man too. Let's be clear. And that's why she picked him, because he's not standing up But instead of being out there cheating, he should just say, look, I don't like this. I'm not happy. But he's not a head of household. She is. And it's really a messed up dynamic. And yeah, honey, I got questions why Essie is so empowered up in this woman's house. And you should never, look, y'all, girls, don't never empower another woman to be over your husband or in your house, because it can be the fall of your whole marriage in a whole bunch of different ways depending on the woman. Okay, so that was just totally out of order. I didn't like it. I didn't think she needed to be there, and I understand why he feels less than in his marriage, because his wife doesn't make him feel needed. Again, with these spoiling the kids, and she explained how she spoiled the kids. Honey, there are signs that your kids are spoiled and they're rotten and they're brats way before they get grown. Okay, and nobody told you to buy these kids everything that they wanted. She must have some issues with her parents and some deficits in her childhood for her to do that. Okay, there's no way that you don't see the balance or the imbalance as you're raising kids, that they are this way. Now all of a sudden you feel so bad and you feel so weird, and I'm sitting up here looking at her on that table, just kind of, her eyes turn red. I would rather her just have put some glycerin under here. I don't know if the tears were real. I felt like she kept blinking, like she was forcing the tears out of her eyes. So I question the whole premise of her saying, oh, you make me feel worthless. Ain't a damn kid on this earth, not no kid I birthed and push up out of my vagina. I'm gonna sit up here and talk about you made me feel worthless. Never. Okay, you need to go sit in the therapist chair, because there's no way my kid's gonna make me feel worthless. And I know I'm sitting up there working hard for them, and I'm doing for them, and I'm doing for their babies too. Baby, bye. Okay, I'll be done told you to go to hell so quick, and I don't even tell people nothing like that. But that's the way I felt about that situation. Like, it was a mess. It was staged. It was too much. And the husband should have been in the first place. He should have knocked the teeth out that little boy's throat. Don't you ever, I don't care how long it took. If it wasn't that day, I would have went to his dorm room and found him. Don't you ever put your hands on, near, or around my wife ever again in your life. Like, yeah, my kids know, but they wouldn't have had no teeth. I don't understand this, okay? He wouldn't have had no hair on his head. Like, it was no, and I'm not condoning violence for y'all. It's not about just violence of beating your kids, but I'm just trying to figure out, there's no consequence for his action. Okay, you punch holes in my walls, I'm still gonna pay. I'm assuming she pays for his college tuition. If not, she's paying for something. She's paying for his transportation. She's paying for something, okay? She's paying for him to be away at college. Who pays for the cell phone bills? Okay. Who pays for his gas? Who pays for the accessories that you need for college? Who's paying for all that? He has needs. Okay. And he must not be working, because if he's on the basketball team, that consumes a lot of your time. Okay. And you can't give your kids nothing. So I'm assuming that he's not really bringing in any money. So that means she's supporting him in all ways. I'm not doing it. Where's the consequence for his actions? Where's the consequence for him being a thought and having all those kids at one time? And all she could say is, you had a bad year. I'm thinking maybe she thinks her son gonna be a basketball star, and he's rebelling, saying, you want me to go to Jackson State? Baby, when you have all those kids and you mess up your life, you don't get choices like that. Okay, you just don't. Because I'm going to tell you and your kids, take y'all asses down there and live and figure it out. I'm not doing it. And the kids will live. And I don't know if everybody caught it. She says she's paying for his traffic violations. Why? That's his driver's license. I hope you're not paying for the car. If he F's it up, let him F it up. Let him figure the F ups out. He's not going to get better. Like, it's just this whole episode, as far as Marie was concerned, it upset me. It pissed me off. No wonder she walked around looking bitter. All the pictures, she don't smile. She looks upset or angry. It's like there's something wrong. Like, it just really bothers me You got a business of helping other people get their life in order, and you have no order about yourself and no order about your life. She looks cute. That's about it. That's about it. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen as the season goes on. But she has no control over herself, which is evident in the first episode or two. No control over your home. Does she really have control over her business? But these children, baby, I can't do it. I won't do it. No, ma'am, Pam. Come again. So, Marie, I think you need to try again. But of course, this happened last year. You better try to get them other kids that's younger on board because they seeing that stuff. Now they know what they could get away with. And you've made the wrong decisions in that order. You trying to tell your husband how to be an example, but you're not an example, okay? You haven't set any boundaries with your kids and you've effed up too. Okay. But with that being said, again, this was my vlog on Belle Collective 3. Go in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel. I'm sorry it's late. But in the meantime, look down, press like, and press subscribe for me, dears. Like and subscribe this video. Ring the notification bell if you like what you hear. I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to see you live. Also, I'll see you next week for this week's Belle Collective. Again, this is House of the Princess, where we're 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.